What is poppin', guys? You got your coach of the Chim Chargers here for week 2 team analysis for the GBA. This time we are up against John, also known as Pokemon, coach of the New Orleans Pelippers, a solid player, and he's got a very interesting team as well. I believe it is rated A+. He's got nice Tapu Bulu, Infernape, Skarmory, Milotic, Jolteon, Goodra, Porygon Z, Sneasel, Uxie, Scolipede, and Sigilyph. List should appear to your right momentarily. Now, his Z-Crystal user is going to be, I think, Infernape, so that's pretty interesting there. I don't know if I see him bringing it this week. He might potentially bring it with a Z-Crystal, maybe Ground DMZ for for maybe Empoleon or something, or I don't know if he'll expect me to run like Chople, or he might even bring it for Muck. Another option is maybe Thunder Punch or something, but I don't like I said, I don't really anticipate that coming out. I know for a fact though, check out his team here. I know for a fact that he has a lot of Pokemon that can deal with rain. That being Milotic is a big Pokemon that can take hits really well. Bulu is another, I guess, dangerous Pokemon for my team. Jolteon is there as well. Now, let me tell you something right now, okay? Jolteon isn't as dangerous as it is made out to be. I know, like, during the draft analysis for just everybody's draft in general, some of the analysts were saying that my team gets destroyed by fast electrics, grass types, etc. So let me tell you this right now, okay? Don't believe everything you hear. All right, Jolteon here, it's a fast electric type. It's not gonna do that well versus my team the way that I've built it, and I'll show you why. Okay, so I started off here this team with a Magnezone. Now Magnezone here, okay, Assault Vest Analytic. The reason I'm running Analytic over Magnet Pull is because let's face it, right? If he brings Skarmory, which I feel like he might because it is his only form of hazard control, he's gonna bring some form of tech, some form of countermeasure for Magnet Pull, that being maybe Shed Shell. So Analytic here is gonna just be able to, it's gonna help me play the game that I want to play. Like, it doesn't matter what countermeasure he has. Assault Vest Analytic Magnezone is gonna hit hard either way. So his switch in is like literally his only switch into this thing is probably going to be Assault Vest Goodra, I think, because everything else gets destroyed by, you know, Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Flash Cannon, even Jolteon. Like, what's Jolteon going to do? Unless Jolteon has HP Ground, it's going to get destroyed. If it has HP Ground, it cannot touch Lando T very well. So, with that being said, you know, I feel like, Magnezone is such a great Pokemon versus his team, and that's definitely why I'm going to be bringing this set. I have HP Ground here as well for the Jolteon specifically, so and that of course is not affected by grassy terrain because it is HP Ground, not Earthquake. So that's going to be pretty fun to see how this set works out here. It's going to be able to sponge hits really well, deal a lot of damage, so I'm excited for this set specifically. Next we got here Lando T. So I am running a Choice Scarf Lando T set. I feel like it is a great Pokemon versus his team. Firstly, you know, it provides a nice Volt Turn core, and Jolteon is the only Pokemon, of course, that is able to take a Volt Switch on his team. But let's say he does go to Jolteon, I can literally Flash Cannon the next turn. He can't do anything back if he has HP Ice or something. So, you know, keeping that in mind, we have a very, very nice matchup. As bad as the matchup looks against us, like, it's actually pretty good. It's actually a pretty good matchup, but yeah, we'll see how it plays out in tomorrow's match. The match, of course, going up tomorrow, 24 hours from this video. So yeah, probably 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, Lando T, okay, let's get back on track here. Lando T is a very, very solid Pokemon versus his team. It is faster than Infernape, Jolteon. A lot of his faster threats is faster than Intimidate. Getting that off, it could be really, really useful, let's say, versus maybe his Scolipede or Infernape, maybe if it's a physical attacker. I don't know, like, I feel like like Lando T is just such a great Pokemon, providing momentum with U-turn alongside Magnezone, having that nice, you see this tech here, right? I'm going to talk about this right now. Scarf Sludge Wave, without any investment, actually OHKOs Tapu Bulu, which is nice, and it outruns Scarf Bulu in case he brings that. So I know any Bulu set except for maybe a Poison Resist Berry, this Lando will just knock it out. So I'm hoping that, you know, some of our tech can work really well in general. I have knockoff here specifically for Pokemon such as Sigilyph, Uxie, I don't know, anything like that. Maybe even knocking off an item off of a Pokemon can be pretty useful. And of course, Earthquake Spam is just beautiful versus his team. Even though he has a Bulu, it still hits really hard. So the next Pokemon we got here is a very interesting mon. Might have caught your eye. I am bringing Agility. I don't even know, like, I don't even know how I'm thinking of these sets, but I just feel like it's pretty fun to use versus him. Let me talk about this set here. So it is Agility Mix Knight, okay, with Flying Emvee. So Thunder is actually a 2-hit KO on defensive Milotic. I'm predicting him to bring maybe a more Fizz Def Milotic. He might bring a specially defensive Milotic for maybe Kingdra, but then, you know, Lando's gonna be doing a lot more damage. If I was like a D-Dance D-Knight, I would have been doing a lot, but I feel like this set might be fine versus him because Thunder's gonna be doing a lot. Plus Thunder plus Supersonic Sky Strike Hurricane is gonna be knocking out Milotic really well, and that's gonna be pretty fun to see. Thunder also actually allows me to hit Skarmory, which I definitely think he's going to bring. Like I said, it's his only form of hazard control on his team, so he's kind of forced to bring that if he doesn't want to take chip damage from rocks every single time. And Hurricane here is just great versus him because it hits Bulu, Infernape, you know, you name it, it hits it. And, you know, Earthquake is there for stuff like Jolteon, Infernape, and things like that. It's a pretty fun set. I feel like it might work. And I think, you know, just being able to keep off the rocks from our side is going to be very essential. So let's go ahead and move on to the next member here. I got nice Empoleon. So Empoleon here, I'll just reveal the last 3 members because we went over the first 3. Alright, so Empoleon here. Okay, I definitely want to bring this set because it is able to set up rocks, get rid of rocks. I learned the hard way. I learned the hard way that getting rid of rocks when I have a D-Knight is essential, or just any Pokemon in general here. Getting rid of rocks is super essential, so we're packing Empoleon with Defog and rocks both. I feel like rocks are going to be nice versus him because he only has a Skarmory as his only form of hazard control, so it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to for him, I guess, because we have a lot of pressure on our team versus his only form of hazard control. And I don't think that Skarmory can really win a war versus Empoleon in terms of what they do. So I think Empoleon can do really well here. I'm running a Shucka Berry just because I don't want to get destroyed by a Scolipede in case he brings that. So like here are like the threats in the back of my mind that I just don't want to get swept by, you know, because I just don't want underrated threats just running through my team. Of course, so I'm thinking maybe he might bring either Scolipede or Porygon Z or even Sigilyph or something. So I don't know. There's just a lot of options he can do with his team, but I feel like our team can handle them really well. So I'm bringing Shucka Berry just for Scolipede. I'm predicting him maybe to bring Scolipede. I know for a fact he's going to bring Jolteon. He's going to bring Milotic, Tapu Bulu probably, and he's probably going to bring Skarmory as well. Yeah, he's definitely going to bring Skarmory for hazard control. And maybe Scolipede, maybe Uxie, I think, because I don't know if he wants to keep both rocks and Defog on the same Pokemon on Skarmory, so he might try to split that up, maybe bring Uxie for rocks, Skarmory for Defog. We'll see how it goes, but this Empoleon set here can toxic the Milotic, which is nice. It can get rid of rocks, it can put up rocks. Scald is pretty good here too, and that's pretty much what it does. That's pretty much the gist of this set here. Now let's get into another very interesting, very heat set. Okay, we got Slime here. All right, check this out. We got is it Figgy Berry, right? Not Fidgy Berry. Yeah, Figgy Berry. Pretty sure it's Figgy Berry. Gluttony Muck. Okay, so I'm running a lot of bulk on this thing. A lot of bulk. It still has really good offensiveness with a base 105 attack, right? So we're still gonna be hitting pretty decently hard with knockoff and such moves like that. Now, okay, this thing is gonna be taking hits really well from Pokemon such as Gudra, from Infernape, from Bulu, from Milotic. It'll take hits. I mean, this thing will eat hits, heal up with that Figgy Berry, deal damage. Solid Pursuit Trapper as well if you want to try to catch the Uxie or knock off Sigilyph's item. And also a great answer to Bulu with Poison Jab. So, you know, I feel like this set, like after testing it out a bunch, this is probably one of my favorite Muck sets here. Figgy Berry Muck is so much fun to use. And it heals up so much. If you don't know what it does, guys, if you don't know what it does, restores max HP at 1/4 max. It restores half HP at 1/4 max or less. But Gluttony will activate it when you hit 50% or below. So that's pretty fun there. And yeah, below 50%. So it's pretty fun to activate the berry, get back to a good amount of health, and you know just use Muck here. I feel like Muck's gonna be doing a lot of work, weakening threats and stuff. And finally, the last Pokemon we got here is gonna be Alakazam. We got Alakazam here with the Focus Sash. Just a Pokemon that can check his threats really well. I wanted a Pokemon that can potentially T-Wave him on that's getting out of hand, or you know, just check a Pokemon in general. I mean, Psychic, Shadow Ball, Dazzling Gleam, they all hit relatively well. I just have Dazzling Gleam here in case he brings like Sneasel or something, which I don't know if he will. He might potentially. A lot of his Pokemon on his team can be tailored to do really well versus my team, so I just want to be prepared for literally everything. So that is going to be the team here. Hope you guys enjoyed this little brief overview of the team, and hope you're all looking forward to the match for tomorrow. I'm pretty excited. I am pretty excited for sure. Hopefully we can come through, and you know, we got to cop a W here. Definitely got to cop a W at some point. So I like this team a lot. I do like this team a lot, and yeah, I think that it's going to do really well. We have some surprise factor. We have some surprise tech with like Sludge Wave on Lando. We got Analytic on Mag instead of Magnet Pull, so the damage output's going to be doing more. He might not realize that. He might think maybe we're... Ooh, you know what? He might think we're Specs, and then we can switch up moves. That'd be pretty fun. That'd be pretty fun there too. That D-Knight set's pretty heat as well. The Muck set, I can't wait to use that. And of course, just a reliable Empoleon and Alakazam. So that is going to be the team. Hope you all enjoyed, and of course, let's see if we can come through with this team. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget, make sure you're there, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.